Okay, let's talk about extensions. So if you have a power supply like this and the cables are not long enough and you want to extend them, so I'm going to show you this packet that I just bought. I have it here. So that way, if you have to buy something similar, it will be good for you, I guess. Let's say that you have maybe a big computer case like this. So maybe the cables, you have to run them through the other side, or for some reason the cables are not long enough, depending on your situation, you can do that. So I'll show you here, for instance, this is what I just got here. I mean, this is very economical, like $10, you have the pack. And I'll show you here, for instance, the only bad thing I don't like is the color. So as you can see here, this is all blue. To me is very bad. And if you see the power supply here, all the cables, they are all black. So that is a big mistake from the manufacturers, because if you have to troubleshoot the computer, let's say that your computer doesn't work and you're having some issue, you're not going to be able to do it or it's going to be more difficult. For instance, these are the colors. So as you can see here, this is the connector that goes to the motherboard. And if you see here, for instance, we have 3.3 volts. We have the orange ones. We have negative 12 volts. We have the blue one here. The black one is ground. The red one is 5 volts. And then we have, for instance, the yellow one is 12 volts. And you have, you have all the colors like that. So that way you know exactly what to test. So let's say maybe the power supply is not working properly. You can check the voltage and see what's going on. Because maybe you will think, okay, maybe the motherboard or something else. So also, if you know the colors, I made another video about this, that you can test the power supply. Let's say you jump with the cable, as you can see here, and then you can turn on the power supply without a motherboard. So if you want to do something like that, that is good. But you have to have the colors. But if you don't have the colors, you're toast. So basically, you're not going to be able to guess, or you have to start counting, the pins in order to do something like that. If you see in the regular motherboards, you don't have, the regular power supply, you don't have that issue. The power supply that are not modular. Usually you have the cables and they are soldered into the power supply, and that's it. You don't have to worry about any of this. But these new motherboards, the new power supplies that you see here, they are poorly designed. If you want to make it modular, that's fine. But if you have to, change the colors or do something like that, you see here you have the colors. So that is the typical power supply that you have the colors. But the new ones, they're all black, so I don't like that. So let's talk. I'll show you closely so that way you can see. For instance, this is the extension. So if you see here the extension, one goes to the motherboard, this one, and this one is the one that you connect to the power supply. So as you can see, all the same color, difficult to find. Here you see, at least here you see the label that says motherboard. So basically you put this like that, and then you hook up this to the other end to the motherboard, and that's it. So basically that, and if you want to pull it, you do that, and that's it. So also here you have another extension for the video card, for the CPU and everything. So basically here you have a little bit of everything. And at least the basic is more than enough. The only downside of these type of cables, as you can see, there is no labels here. I don't like that. Here, no labels either. So, but if you see the one that comes with the power supply, here you have the label. Here you have the label. Here is a CPU, motherboard. And then here you have the rest. CPU. Here it says 600 watts. And all of them here, you have VGA, so you have everything. So that is how it should be. But other than that, if you need something, basic, I think it would be okay. If you want to keep learning, you can go to the playlist. I have all my classes organized, by the playlist.